The rainbows are so pretty here, my friends. I just have to record a journal so that you can enjoy them. This one is How Not to Trust, and it's from June 18th, the third one of that day. Mayan day was 10 house or night. There are disturbances arising from within my heart. That's not said right, but I'm fishing for the words to convey this, whatever it is. Like you, and as for all of us, this is a time of the internal sorting out of things. Things are coming to conclusions all around. Heck, things as we've known them for so long are all coming to conclusion. It's an interesting time, to say the least. I don't know, that takes my rainbows out of the focus. I'd rather the rainbows be the focus. So, of the many things and intents I've dropped within my heart there to marinate and deeply to ponder, several seem to be arising now. There is some discomfort to this. Thus, I know there will be some challenges to the status quo, the way things were, arising as well. I wonder what they are. For starters, and for some reason, oh dear, I seem called out to speak about the fire the grid thing. Though I commented her videos and spoke out to my friends against it at the time before the second one, I've been silent since then. Well, for some reason this is coming up. I don't know why. I will share with you, though, my take on it, and that's that the extraterrestrials behind it have no good intentions for man, for us. They are using us, manipulating us for whatever their own ends are for. I don't know what they are. I do feel that they're dark. Thus, I did not, nor will I, participate in such things. People are so easily, so innocently led into those things that seem so bright on the exterior. We're not trained either to be in heart, one, or to look below the surface, two. So that makes us easy marks for the negative ETs. In a way, it's too bad, but it could be too that this is just what people need in order to wake up. Something may arise from their participation that they can identify as not needed, not wanted. This may be the very thing that frees them and helps them see what's involved underneath. We have to go where our hearts lead us. Again, I don't know. It's so strange to see myself coming out so specifically. No, I've made no secret of my feelings on this. As I said, I commented the Fire the Grid videos. Still, my way has been to lead people into their own intuition, not to give them mine. Oh well, things change, and it is what it is. I follow my heart. That's consistent at least. There are signs, my friends, to be seen on these things, signs not to trust. Yet, if we allow ourselves to be blinded by our beliefs and our desires, then we are easily manipulated. This also comes of residing in head. This doesn't happen so much when you're aiming to reside and abide in your heart. That's where your warnings come from, in your heart. For those identified with the mind, they don't hear them. Or, if they hear, they let mind talk them out of believing them, the warnings. They are always given but it's a still small voice, as we know. The mind fairly shouts, so it drowns heart out with great ease. Free will is the major factor here. Source respects it, respects what we want to do. Source doesn't interfere uninvited. Verbal invitations won't do either when our actions say clearly, keep out, I've made up my mind, I know my way. My friends, Source respects that. She won't interfere. So let's wise up, I say. Let's set the intent to be more alert and to keep at least a part of ourself attuned to the heart. What say you? Does this work for you? It will work if you'll do it. Setting intent is most powerful. I won't go into all the ways our beliefs and our guilts and the like enable us to be manipulated. That can be figured out by anyone who is at least beginning to step back from the mind, from the matrix. These things are surprisingly apparent once looked for, once someone is willing to see. Largely, that is mankind's error of late, the unwillingness to see, to even look, much less see. We've had no use for real truth for quite some time now. That is, until the awakening began in earnest, I'd say somewhere, maybe back in the 60s. Can you see the change in us since then? Can you sense the major break from the past that was made by the dear flower people, the hippies? We owe them so much. But we have to get off the surface of life. Science has pinned us there, as does the media, until we can once again be independent of such influences. We haven't got a very good shot at regaining our higher senses. And this is serious stuff, folks. Much is at stake, and there are many who would fiddle while Rome burns, you know. Your only job is not to be one of them. Don't worry about converting your neighbor, your spouse, or your children. Convert yourself. So, this is a real wake-up call. Take yourself and shake yourself by the scruff of the neck for a bit. See what comes up. Take a look at yourself. Are you observing? Or are you totally caught up in the mind? Whatever you do, don't condemn yourself. No, not one bit. Just see it. That's all. Maybe you don't realize this, but the seeing, the perceiving, is actually the work that needs doing. The rest will largely take care of itself. It's automatic in many ways, but honest seeing is called for. Until you're ready and willing to leave mind behind as the driving factor of your life, this road is not open to you. You won't make it. You can't, because mind can't understand even the 10th of what heart has to offer. So, no judgment, no condemnation, no blame of any kind, whether of self or another, or of life in some guise or other. No blame. Period. None at all. Just clear seeing, the kind that's not possible by mind. That's a fact. And if you can't accept that, then you're not ready for this either. Just go your way. You'll be ready later. It is what it is, my friends. There's no reason, no room for sympathy or such nonsense here. It is what it is. This is powerful stuff. It is what it is, so accept that or not. You're in charge. Responsibility looms large. To wake up is fun, but it's serious stuff as well. If you meet me in heart, you'll have nary a problem with this, or with anything, if you're ready. That's largely a choice, you know. Don't let mind fool you. Don't let it try to convince you you're not ready just yet. Be cautious, friend. Don't make this decision out of heart. Go within. No trustworthy guidance exists anywhere on the planet but right there with you in your heart. Bottom line then, don't trust anyone, anything, not even yourself, your mind. Only heart.